What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today starts week 3 of Green Bay Packers training camp. Today is day 8. So you know what that means. I have some highlights to react to and break down from today's practice. The Packers' first preseason game is this week, this Friday, against the Cincinnati Bengals. Super excited for that. I believe the Packers practice with the Bengals this Wednesday when they arrive to Cincinnati. So if that practice is covered by the media, expect updates on this channel for that as well. And if you happen to be a new viewer to this channel, I post Packers content pretty much every single day, such as practice highlights, practice recap, among any other news that happens with the Green Bay Packers. So if you want to stay in the loop with the Packers all off-season, preseason, into the regular season, go down and click that subscribe button. We just hit 42,000 subscribers on this channel. I can't thank you guys enough. You make this thing possible, and seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys. So let's get this thing started and bring up the highlight screen, and man oh man, is today a good day. The Packers have activated Rashan Gary off the PUP list, and here is a clip of him doing a drill pre-practice. This guy is 9 months and 1 day off a torn ACL, and it looks like he's moving like he normally would. This is insane. I know Elgton Jenkins returned in 8 months and 3 weeks last year, and that was also crazy. And I know ACL recovery is definitely different than it used to be, but still, this is amazing news to see Rashan Gary activated off the PUP and back at practice. I'm so excited to see how this will go, and then, of course, leading up to week 1. Here's another clip of Rashan Gary and Preston Smith, the two supposed starters at edge. We'll see exactly how that goes week 1. If Rashan Gary has a good training camp and has no setbacks, you know, he might play week 1. We saw Elgton Jenkins, like I said, last year, 8 months and 3 weeks, and he played week 1, which is he needed a month pretty much from practicing. And if Rashan Gary takes a month, he'll be able to play week 1. But I'm not going to jump to conclusions there. We have a lot of training camp left, and this is his first day practicing. So hopefully there's no setbacks. We know we've gone through that with David Bakhtiari. I definitely don't want to see that. But this is still really, really great news. Even if we get Rashan Gary on a snap count week 1, I'm still happy with that, because edge players don't even play 100% of snaps. They play around 65%. So even if we get Rashan Gary at like a 35 to 40% snap count week 1, which is kind of how the edge rotation guys are, that's still a huge win for me. I didn't think Rashan Gary would be playing week 1. I know a lot of people thought, you know, wait until after the Packers bye to potentially see Rashan Gary. Now the next step is to extend him. The Packers need to come to a long-term agreement with Rashan Gary before he potentially has a very, very good season, especially if he's going to be, you know, almost ready to play week 1 after a torn ACL. He looks explosive. He looks really good ahead of schedule. I'm super hyped for this edge room with the additions of Lucas Van Ness, and then also year 2 of Kingsley Enagbare, Justin Hollins, and also undrafted free agent Brenton Cox. I feel like they have so much talent in the edge room, and obviously that all starts with Rashan Gary, so we'll see how training camp goes going into week 1 for him. Another player that returned today was Packers 7th round rookie Grant Dubose, and this is his first practice in a Packers jersey. He was out on the NFI with a back injury. He is finally back. I was wondering when this was going to happen, because I kept thinking, you know, there's a very high chance Grant Dubose doesn't make the roster, you know, if he doesn't practice soon, and luckily he is back today. I really like Grant Dubose. Watching his film from Charlotte, I think he's a really solid wide receiver for being a 7th round pick. Now, he has a large hill to climb. Samori Toure, Tay Wicks, Bo Melton, Malik Heath, all these guys are above him right now because they have been practicing and showing out in practice. But at least he's returning before week 1 of preseason. So if all goes well, he'll play in all 3 preseason games and be able to showcase his talent like he does here, running a little fade route here and a jump ball in the back of the end zone. That's where Grant Dubose is definitely going to be used the most in terms of a jump ball situation, an outside type of wide receiver. He's tall, physical. He has strong hands. He's a pretty good route runner. If you want to go watch his tape breakdown from college, just click the link right above. I really like him as a 7th rounder. I'm so glad to finally see him on the practice field. Like I said, first time we're seeing him in a Green Bay uniform, so excited to see how practice goes for him. And since we're on the topic of wide receivers, I actually have a lot of clips from individual wide receiver routes today. Basically a dig route on a 3-step rocker step type of move at the top of this route for Bo Melton. Does that extremely fast. Bo Melton has so much speed. He looks super crisp at this top of this route, given that kind of 3-step rocker step into that dig route there. Does really good on this route here. He's been very impressive during training camp. Ever since the pads came on, Bo Melton has been making plays, especially in 1v1s. He made a really nice catch on family night. You know, right now he's my wide receiver 6, and just because he has speed, special teams capability, and clips like this. Here we have Tay Wicks running the same route. He was also a super shifty guy. Like, he's not the quickest. He doesn't have a great 40 time or a straight line speed, but he is really good at putting his foot in the ground and breaking on a route. I know Matt LaFleur mentioned that the last time they saw someone work like this in terms of a wide receiver running a route, it reminded him a lot of Davante Adams. He wasn't saying he's Davante Adams, because obviously Tay Wicks isn't Davante Adams, right? But the way he runs his route, the shiftiness, the fluidness of it reminded him a lot of Adams, and I can definitely see it. He kind of has that quick shift to him, the lowering of his hips really fluidly, putting his foot in the ground, making a solid cut. It just looks all really fluid for him. That was people's, positives for him out of Virginia, myself included. Not a straight line speed guy, just like Davante Adams. Not a straight line speed guy, wasn't the fastest guy coming out of college, but knows how to, release off the ball, make really nice cuts and routes, which you see here. I'm excited for Tay Wicks. We finally saw him return to practice last week. Did have a drop after hit by Benny Sapp on family night, so I want to see him clean that up. But I just want to see him in action, in preseason, starting this Friday against the Bengals. Here we have the same route from undrafted free agent Malik Heath. And man, I'll eat crow on Malik Heath as of right now. I did a tape breakdown, didn't really like what I saw at all from Ole Miss, out from his tape in regards to that. But he's been super impressive. He was impressing during OTAs and minicamp, and the pads weren't on, so I said, wait until the pads come on. But he's still been impressing since the pads came on, and, is definitely fighting for that 6th wide receiver spot right now between, Bo Melton and now Grant Dubose that he's returning to practice. He's been super impressive. He was really nice in family night, one of the top players from family night, in my opinion. He's simply just been making plays during practice. A little slow at the top of the route there, not like Wicks or Melton, but nonetheless a nice route, a nice job grabbing that ball in the end zone there. Here we have a clip of Tucker Kraft doing a blocking drill, another player that was very impressive in family night, especially blocking in the run game. Also had a touchdown catch from, I believe, Sean Clifford on the goal line. Really nice catch by Tucker Kraft. Both of these tight ends have been extremely impressive. I wasn't sure what to expect going into this training camp with basically a whole new tight end room. DeGuara is still out with injury. So right now it really is just mainly Tucker Kraft, Luke Musgrave, and Tyler Davis getting the majority of snaps, and they still have someone like Austin Allen, but Tucker Kraft and Luke Musgrave have been super impressive. What they're going to bring to this tight end room, I think, is going to add a lot of versatility. So also really ready to see them in a real-time game this Friday. Here we have Romeo Doubs running that same route, looking real fluid at the top of the route there, wastes no time getting in and out of that and then going up to catch that ball. He's been Jordan Love's #1 target, but we're starting to see Love start to build that as well with Christian Watson. We saw that awesome touchdown on family night. So I want to see the continuance, this building of Jordan Love with Romeo Doubs, Christian Watson, because those are going to be his 2 main guys on offense for sure. Then finally, just a clip of Jair Alexander doing the seatbelt Strap City celebration to the fans here. I love Jair's swagger, man. By the way, Jair Strap City merch available on my merch store down in the description below. Also, guys, just a reminder, I'm still doing a awesome Packers giveaway until August 16th, giving away this signed Christian Watson full-size Packers green alternate helmet. I really like this green helmet. I wish the Packers would have something like this, would be able to wear something like this. So this giveaway goes on until August 16th, and the way you enter is you head to pristineauction.com, register on their website using my code BASS. So you'll see at the top there when you're signing up, it'll say registration code, enter BAS, and sign up. That'll enter you in the giveaway as well as a free $10 site credit. Anyone who has entered before, you are automatically entered in all future giveaways. I know I get that question a lot. I have a ton of awesome signed Packers items to give away for the rest of the year, so definitely stay tuned and enter in this giveaway. But that about does it for this video. I appreciate everyone watching. If you could leave a like down below, it supports my channel a ton, but I'll catch you on the next one, and as always, go Pack Go.